After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
and probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Hello, everybody. It's Lori and Julia, and we are still loud. Excited to be with you.
Welcome to the program.
Yes. And excited. Today we're going to talk, the Golden Globes are going to be this Sunday, so there's a lot to talk about there. There's been a lot of interesting things people are saying about past award shows. And Nikki Glaser even had a big admission of the one person that she can't make jokes about because no matter what she does, she's been trying. She's going to host the Golden Globes on Sunday, and she's been trying out her comedy around LA just to see what hits, what doesn't. And apparently, anytime she makes a joke about Julia Roberts, people just can't handle it.
Really?
She said that. She's the hardest person. I just can't make anything stick.
Okay.
So that's...
Well, good thing she's not nominated for anything
right.
this
And
year.
I was kind of... I don't think she is, but I don't know if the Golden Globes have past people there to give the awards for the next season.
They like to have the movie stars show up and present. I mean, speaking of presenters, the big news is that Hudson Williams and Connor, I forget his last name, the two guys from Heated Rivalry, are going to present at the Golden Globes. And I think people are going to absolutely lose their mind. And if they came out in their breezers, their hockey shirts, with a stick and padded up and everything, I would lose my mind if they did that. They could come out on rollerblades. For heaven's
Wouldn't that
sake.
be fun?
And they got signed by CAA. I mean, talk about overnight fame for these two guys. And
from the Heated Rivalry show on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's just so good. And
Lori, they filmed all that, I think, in like 35 days.
Yes.
I mean, this wasn't a long... It's kind of crazy, but talk about overnight success. Totally. They're two unknowns.
Two unknowns, and Connor learned how to speak Russian for this part. He did every audition shirtless. He's born and raised in Texas. Mm-hmm. And Hudson is Canadian. His dad is British Canadian and his mom is Korean.
Right.
And they just had like bit parts, but they both are just exploding. Next Monday night, Connor is going to be on his first late night show with Seth Meyers.
I thought it was last night, so I taped it, or this past week, and I taped it, and I'm like, where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, because Hudson's on the Tonight Show, but they're I hope they're enjoying the ride. But I mean, getting signed by CAA is
talent agency is a big deal.
Big darn deal. So I love that. I also would love to see somebody at Bravo cast the Real Housewives of Hockey.
Oh, all right. I didn't even think of that. Well, they used to have all those WAG shows, wives and girlfriends. You watched those back in the day.
Show. I watched all that stuff, but I would love the Real Housewives of Hockey. I would love to see a real NHL player recreate the scene in episode 5. For real, at the end of some game. I won't say what it is, but wouldn't that be just amazing? If I was an agent and I had a closeted gay hockey player, of which I'm sure there are, I would be encouraging that person to do something like that because everyone would cheer. It's the feel-good story we could use, and then that person would get so many endorsements, and it would be great for their hockey career as far as money goes.
I love
so that's just me putting on my sports agent, from all my years of watching Sports Night. Remember that great show?
Oh yeah. Oh, was it Sports Night or Sports Talk? With
Sports Night.
Okay, and it was with Josh Charles and who was the other guy?
From Minnesota, Peter Krause.
And so Josh Charles is in a brand new comedy, a half-hour comedy that came out last Sunday night on Fox called Best Medicine. And his auntie in it is Annie Potts.
Oh my gosh, I love her.
And he is, he has his issues, so he leaves Boston to go to a small town to be the town doctor. I think I'm going to love it.
Really?
All
right, I got to check that out.
I love him. And And Peter Krause, I'd like to see him. Well, he's in that 911 Texas fire show or something.
Well, something happened to him at the end of the season last year.
Oh.
So if you're not caught up, I won't say what happened.
Don't tell me. So he could be maybe looking for a job.
Yes.
I don't even watch them, Lori. Do you watch those 911 626?
If it comes across my TV and I happen to be ironing or something, I'll watch it because it's the stunts on it and the catastrophes are just like epic.
Is this the one with Angela Bassett?
Yeah, Angela Bassett.
Okay.
Yes.
She's been on it for a while. Okay, I have to digress like completely and talk about the other night when I went to Mancini's at 5:00 in the afternoon. First of all,
I love it. Were you there for karaoke?
Lori, on Tuesday nights they have karaoke. And I think it started, we were there maybe at like 6:30, 6:45. It's 7:00 at the latest. But they had 70s karaoke, all old songs. It was so much fun. That place is just so much fun. If people want to go there and you just sit in the bar, have a steak sandwich, have a cocktail, and
did you have a pink squirrel?
No. I'm trying to
avoid ice cream?
Limit my calorie intake because I'm going to be a mother of the groom this year.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And when I'm feeling in shape, I'm going to work with Allie Kaplan on Mother Of, because she does the motherof.co for helping mother the brides and other people with wedding dresses and social functions. So I might go work with her.
Oh, I love that for you.
I know.
Because I want you to have a great dress on. And it's a tricky business, mother of the groom, because you can't outshine the mother of the bride.
Right.
And the bride and all that. So it's fun. And you showed me a dress you were thinking of, but I think you can do better.
I loved that dress, but I can't fit in it anymore. So there's issues. We'll be we'll be discussing that later. There's issues. There's just those extra lbs, but whatever.
So Nicole and Keith are officially divorced. She was spotted at the Sydney airport with her daughters, rocking her curly hair. Even her divorce bangs were curly. And I would just say that Nicole definitely won the divorce tour. And everything was settled. So it's 3 months door to door. I think they probably separated like last May. And then she went to England and filmed Practical Magic.
Right.
And the girls are with her. I wrote this down. 306 days of the year, 59 days with Keith. I wasn't sure if that mathed, but
300 and how many? Wait, what was the first number?
306 days with Nicole and 59 with Keith. And in their divorce decree, it says they will not speak badly of each other and encourage each child to love the other parent and be comfortable in both families. So that was spelled out. That was the only really juicy thing, that it was so specific. So
do you want to know what?
There's already
there's
chat.
But this is a beautiful thing to do for your kids. And Ann Tressler used to say this all the time. There's so much hurt and anger and things going on between the couple, but you don't want it to affect your kids, and you want your kids to love both parents. And the minute you start talking bad about the other parent, it's just not a good look. It's not good for them. So I love it.
You and I both know because our parents did not have grown-up divorces.
Not initially, but mine got a lot, and yours did at the very end too. Mine grew into be okay, and we could. But initially, it was hard.
It was bad.
No one knew how to do it, I don't think, back then.
No.
It was early 70s.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yep,
and
70s.
We were kind of at the beginning of the wave, and I don't think parents knew how to do it. They just did the best they could do,
Yeah.
But
and the moms left as soon as they could get a credit card or a loan, which wasn't until 1975 without your dad or your husband co-signing.
Isn't that
shocking?
It is. My mom went back to college.
Yeah, my mom, she didn't go back to college, but she didn't ever have a job until, I was a junior in high school. Because we were an Air Force family.
You traveled all the time.
You're moving.
Right.
You're moving.
Packing and moving and getting to know people for your kids, settled in a new school every year.
Well, the only good thing about the military and moving is that they do come and pack you up.
Oh, that's a nice thing. That's a nice thing.
So.
There's
one
that
thing.
plus. There's that plus happening. Are you okay?
Gosh.
So here, a couple of the things that I saw was, because it's award season. So I think Ben Affleck was on Jimmy Kimmel earlier in the week, and
Yes, he was.
he talks about how embarrassed he was about the fact that his movie Argo, and I think this is like what 2014 or something. I don't even know the year.
We just talked about Argo last week.
I know we
too.
did. So he talks about Argo being nominated for Best Picture, but he's not nominated for Best Director. And I don't think that happens often at all.
Well, it does now all the time because
Does it?
it's 10 Best Picture nominations and 5 directors.
Oh, okay. But back then, I don't think that
I
rule
think it was
in
5
place.
and 5. It was 5 and 5, and it was scandalous. But he got his just desserts at the end because he wins Best Picture for Argo. It won Best Ensemble Cast at the SAG Awards, beating Spielberg's Lincoln, which was the other big movie that year. And Argo is a fantastic movie. True story, too.
Oh, that's a great movie. And then Eddie Murphy was talking about when he it was Dreamgirls was the movie.
Remember, he left the audience after Best Supporting Actor.
I have the scandal. What happened? He said that he was at the Oscars and he was up against Alan Arkin in Little Miss Sunshine. And remember how brilliant that was? And he said people kept coming over to him after he lost. And he noted Clint Eastwood came over to Eddie Murphy's show and rubbed my shoulder and said, and was like, he said, no, this isn't going to work. I'm not an empathy guy. But everyone was starting, he goes, this isn't going to how this go good for me the rest of the night. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. So he left before Jennifer Hudson, who won Best Supporting Actress, won her Oscar. And so it was a scandal because he was missing. And then he talked about his movie Norbit came out, which was a comedy that he wrote with his brother before the Oscars. So Dreamgirls came out, Little Miss Sunshine, and then Norbit. And people kind of speculated that Norbit, because it was such a goofball movie, might have affected them taking him as a serious actor. And that was one of them. But he also talked about Jeff Katzenberg invited him over to his house to see Little Miss Sunshine like 6 months before it came out in the theaters. And so he's sitting there watching Little Miss Sunshine, and this is his year he's going to be nominated. And he said, I literally watched the movie, and I watched Alan, and I hadn't been nominated for anything yet. And I watched it, and I turned to Jeff afterwards and said, now that performance right there is one of those performances that will steal somebody's Oscar. He said those exact words, that it would steal somebody's Oscar. And then he goes on to talk about also what we learned in our 22 years on the radio, and you knew this way earlier than me, that getting an Oscar, being nominated, is all about campaigning and what your studio is going to do to promote you, to get you out there in the media, how they get along with everybody, how all the kissing butt and everything that goes on. It's not just you're nominated and win. Once you're nominated, this whole production starts up, because obviously the movie in the end will benefit with more viewers if you win.
Right.
So he talked about that. He said, I wasn't good at that game either.
Yeah. Oh, I just love Eddie Murphy. And he also, I don't know if you've ever watched My Name is Dolomite.
I did.
And you did.
Yes.
And that was such a great movie. And Craig Brewer, that's a true story, the character that Eddie Murphy plays. But Craig Brewer then, he did songs sung blue with Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman. It's the same director.
Oh, I
so
didn't
he really
know that.
knows how to tell a true story in a great dramatic fashion.
And
get good performances out of his actors.
I didn't put that together, but I know you said it like 5 times.
That's all right.
And I just didn't put that together at all. But Eddie Murphy's got the documentary Being Eddie on Netflix. It premiered in November. And I haven't watched that yet. Have you?
But I want to.
I know. So it's on Netflix, but it includes Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Jamie Foxx, Jerry Seinfeld, Kevin Hart, Tracy Morgan. Everyone's on it.
He's had an epic career. I mean, he's absolutely legend.
He really is.
Now the documentary I did get sucked into this weekend. I haven't flipped on TLC in a very, very, very long time.
You sent me that note, and I'm like, that's my station, but I haven't been there for a long time.
So it was the cult of the Real Housewives, and it was basically about Mary Cosby and the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Because if you'll remember, Mary was on the first season, didn't go to the reunion, showed up as a friend of the second season, and then disappeared for 2 years, and then came back this year, I believe, as a full-time housewife, or last year. Came back, and people love her.
Yep.
So watching it, there is so much more, because if you remember the first year of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, all we could talk about was how can a woman be married to her step-grandfather?
Yeah. Was it a grandfather?
His grandfather.
Okay.
He was married to her grandmother for 20 years, and he was 20 years younger than the grandmother who started the church, and 20 years older than Mary. But Mary's estranged sister is in the documentary, former church members. But Robert Sr., who no longer appears on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Who's Mary's husband, former step-grandfather.
That's right. He's bad news. And the grandmother definitely did not come up with the idea of him marrying her granddaughter. That was his idea. She was then essentially excommunicated from the church at the time her grandmother died, which was sudden at the age of 65. Robert totally seduced her and then tried to brainwash everyone, saying God was telling him to marry her. It wasn't until way after the grandmother's death that they said it was what the grandmother wanted. Also, Mary was married to someone else when her grandmother died.
Oh, I didn't know
She got a
this.
divorce in September, the beginning of September of 1998, got married to Robert Sr. at the end of September of 98.
Ooh.
But hey, there was no crossover. And the church doesn't believe in divorce, so why would Mary's grandmother say her plan is for him to marry Mary when Mary was already married to a guy her age?
That's good scoop reporting, Lori.
Yeah, well, this synopsis is from the bonus daughter, who also watched it, and I'm going to quote her, "The math ain't mathin'" with this. So I still like Mary, but they did have a cult expert on, and again, I've never heard of a church excommunicating people. I know, like Scientology does it, and the Amish, I think you can be shunned,
right?
But this is a Pentecostal church, and anyone who got divorced, automatic excommunication. So he was also very abusive. He ran these drill camps for like 9, 10, 11-year-old boys, and made them like stand all day or just do all this. Like you really dislike him. And supposedly Mary had a little something on the side with somebody in her congregation. It was real juicy.
Lori, okay, but one of the things, we're talking about Mary Cosby. She's on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake, but her story is universal, whether you watch it or not. One of the things, Lori, is that I do not understand.
Her story is universal, that she married her
but I mean,
step-grandfather?
for people who haven't watched it, because for people who have, you're right, Lori.
She's a popular cast.
She is. Yeah. But how does she have so much money?
Because they basically harass their parishioners to give everything they have and more, huge amounts of money.
In tithing.
Huge amounts of money. And they've convinced the church, the people, it divided the church. There was an actual brawl at the church when Robert Sr. said he was marrying his granddaughter and that it was God's will and what the grandmother wanted. There was a brawl at the church. There's video footage of it, and it's in the documentary. I mean, it could be a soap opera. It's just so, but at the end of it all, we all just kind of forgot that her husband is a man that used to be married to her grandmother and came into her life as grandpa when she was 3.
Okay, so she grew up with him being her grandpa. Okay, I didn't know that, that she was.
And then marries him at 23.
Well,
Yeah.
Should I say only in Utah? Probably
Only
not.
in Utah.
Probably
I
not.
don't know.
But I mean, probably not. But that is a story. John Oliver was on Watch What Happens Live
Oh, yeah.
earlier.
He's obsessed with Salt Lake.
He is. So am I. It's the one I like the most. But he was talking about one of his favorite moments this year was when Mary Cosby was licking a shot glass like a cat.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Oh, and I just started to laugh so hard. I started laughing. That show's just funny because of the comments and just the crazy. I mean, there's such diverse people on that show.
Yes, and the finale was this week, and
I
it
didn't
was
see
absolutely. Oh, it's absolutely epic. There's a Greek tragedy play that this playwright, who's very famous in Greece, has all the women talk about each other one-on-one with her, and then she basically ripped into them via this Greek tragedy, and these 7 women that were playing each of them, and they were trapped on a rooftop. And like, Heather, you're a joke wrapped in mascara, and Brittany, you'd rather be with a man than be with your children, and Lisa,
I mean, that
you're
one
shallow.
was a hard one.
Oh yeah, it was really, really good. And so that sets up a 3-part finale reunion, and they showed the trailer for it at the end of the finale this week. And in a first that I've never seen, I think I've watched pretty much all the Bravo reunions, Andy walks off the set because the women are just screaming at each other.
I can't stand that. See, that's when I'm done.
And Angie, who she's sent her snowflake, and she got written up in the New York Times.
For what?
For being this breakout star on Salt Lake City, and she's quite a good businesswoman. Her hair salon in Salt Lake City, there's several of them, and I love it because I love this song. I can't remember who sang it, but there's a song called Lunatic Fringe, and that's the name of her salon.
Oh, that's kind of a great title for a name for a hair salon.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's from the song. And anyway, and she's also so fast with her one-liners. She's the one who called Brittany high body hair count, and she holds Lisa Barlow's feet to the fire. And I do wonder what is wrong with Meredith. I mean, at one point in the finale, she told everyone she was such an empath that she literally had the weight of the world on her shoulders. Okay, Mary. And then in the next breath said she doesn't care what anybody thinks about her.
Yeah.
And doesn't have time for any of this. And I'm like, well, what are you, the world's greatest empath or the lady who doesn't care?
Well, she's a DJ, and it's taken a lot of her time. No, I don't know what happened to her this year.
Sad?
Something happened to her this year.
Yeah.
I don't know
Mary
if her
really expresses her concern. She said the magic words, "You're making me think of Robert," because, Mary's son, Robert, is in jail.
I didn't know he went to jail. So her son has struggles with addiction.
And they talked about he had suicidal thoughts. It was an episode last year. It was really an incredible conversation that we've not seen on a reality show, but remember the girl that was always in bed with him and they just laid in bed all day? Okay, so apparently they got married without Mary knowing. Well, they're divorced now, but he can't get it through his head. So she had a restraining order. And
his ex-wife.
Yes, and he's broken that, and maybe he did some other bad things, but he goes to he appears in court at the end of February, and on the finale this week, Mary said, well, at least I know he's safe in jail.
Oh.
And he can't get access to
all the drugs
and it's like enforced sobriety. So, again, probably another relatable thought if you've got somebody that's struggling with addiction, and then they're doing all kinds of things that are getting them in trouble that are against the law and could hurt themselves and other people, you might feel relief that they're in jail.
Yes, Lori.
Yeah.
I agree. Just to get sober.
So again, the dilemma of Mary, you like her, but you also, after you see this documentary, and then really remember the fact that she married her grandpa, basically.
I just, I really, that one would be a hard one to sell to the family.
Really and truly, because I've had some steps in my family.
You have.
Once removed and for a long time, and it'd be like, what? I just can't even believe it. So anyway, we have eyes.
We do have eyes.
We can see, and we would like to clothe our eyes in fabulous wardrobe accessory from Envision Distinctive Eyewear. They have such great glasses, and I'm always curious at the awards show when somebody breaks out their cool glasses. And for a while there, they were always Robert Mark, because you could tell the signature little two-tone when they would. And I always am like it. I like it when an actor comes out and yes, the teleprompter can be big, but if you really want to be sure you're reading correctly, you put on your glasses, And Envision has great glasses.
They do, and I'm looking at some of the testimonials on their website, envision-optical.com. But basically, everyone is saying the customer service experience is like nowhere else. Someone stopped in to straighten their frames, and they're treated so lovely. You can always go in and get your glasses cleaned and, get your lenses fit. They guarantee your lenses for a year from scratches and things. They have amazing selection. And really, as I've been aging, I wear my glasses all the time now, so much more than I used to. Priority number one, they have to fit you and they have to be comfortable, because you do not want to just have him falling off or behind your ears or whatever it is. And you need a good prescription, and you want a good style, because this is now basically your eyelashes. Glasses are your new eyelashes, because it frames your eyes so much, and you have to rely on it, and you need a good looking pair. Longevity, quality, curated shopping experience. We love it in Vision. They're in the North Loop, Minnetonka, Grand and Victoria, and in the Galleria. And when you stop in, tell them Lori and Julia sent you. Okay, so I was at the dentist earlier today, Laura, and my dentist noticed that my hair was very full. They're looking right in your mouth and at your head. And I'm like, because my hair is growing back so much, but I had the PRP shots done at Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota, HRI. And this is where they take growth hormones, and I had 28 shots in my head in October. And I am so excited, because for whatever reason, your hair starts thinning. It's hormonal. It's this, that, men have always had the, permission kind of get a hair transplant, but I don't think women think of it as much. And this was kind of my first step, because I just have struggled with hair loss for a long time, seasonal, But it's been, I
feel like, a good 15 years.
It really has.
Up and down with your hair. And trying all kinds of things.
But I'm so excited, because I don't know if you can see, because we're doing.
I can see all the baby hairs.
I'm so excited. So if you're struggling with hair loss, men and women, HRI, Hair Restoration Institute in Minnesota is where you need to go. Visit hrimn.com. You need to call them and schedule your free consultation. They can do it by Zoom, or you can go in there, and they're right by Mall of America. And I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. This is what they do. People fly in from all over the country, and there's different levels of options. Tell them Lori and Julia sent you, would you?
Please.
All right.
Move it. Now, just to get back to Heated Rivalry one quick second. Our show's going to be like the Instagram feed of ours, Julia. I just click on everything Heated Rivalry. Yes. But in the penultimate episode 5, there's a song that's having the same kind of bounce that Purple Rain is getting from Stranger Things.
Yes.
And
there is.
Shout out to John Bream in the Star Tribune. He had a whole story of how that happened. Because Purple Rain, the song, has never been licensed for anything other than Purple Rain. It's never. So anyway, there's a great story, but the bumps that these shows get when they have really good music. So in that 5th episode, the band Wolf Parade, there's a song called I'll Believe in Anything that plays during this scene.
Okay.
And it's really kind of a Julia, this is your kind of a song.
And it's called, their band name is Wolf Parade.
Wolf Parade,
That's
which is a great band name. And it's All Believe in Anything. And it reached number 1 over the last 2 weekends with 55 billion streams of that song, because that song so perfectly captured the moment in episode 5.
Okay,
Wolf,
yeah,
you got to put that on your playlist.
It'll be on my playlist.
And I'm sure as soon as you hear it, you'll remember because you just watched all of that. And it just, again, it shows like how, I mean, don't you love it when, like, Down Cemetery Road had some really great music in it. And it sometimes can really just bring the story more emotion or whatever. So, and Stranger Things, I like I told you the other day, I'm happy for the Pixies because I love that song, Here Comes Your Man,
right,
which is in Stranger Things.
I know it. You said that. We watched Sleepless in Seattle over the holiday weekend, and that was
it just as good?
Oh, Lori, it really was. It really was. And that little kid is everything. But the soundtrack, we used to buy all these soundtracks. And Jeff's like, there's so much great music in this. And I'm like opening, I've got the CD, and I've got it all on my old iPod. If you can remember, I have it.
Going back to analog.
I have my iPod.
I still have my soundtrack CDs. I have Clueless. I have The Big Chill.
Mm-hmm.
I have what are some other good?
Bridget Jones'
Valley
Diary.
Girl.
Valley Girl. Bridget Jones' Diary. I loved. I loved Moulin Rouge. I loved, Barbra Streisand. Anything. But Yentl is a personal favorite of mine. That
how
soundtrack.
it happens now is just the individual songs benefit.
Right.
Really benefited. And hopefully, the artist, has songwriting and they own that and all that kind of stuff. And they're making a bunch of money because it was like from Saltburn, Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie, whatever her name is. And that's at the end of the movie when Barry Keoghan's character is dancing naked through the big mansion. And that's the song that's playing.
I hated that
Murder
show.
on the Dance Floor. And that song was a banger back in the day, but I totally forgot about it because it was like 90s.
I love the music. Okay, so Lori, we have to talk about this headline. There's a million of them that have been happening all week, but basically the latest is Ashley Tisdale's husband stirs the pot with cryptic posts as toxic mom group drama rages on. So Ashley Tisdale, who was Sharpay in High School Musical and also in many other Disney things, was a part of a mom group with Hilary Duff, Mandy Moore, herself. Let's see, who else was
Meghan Trainor.
Meghan Trainor.
And then a bunch of ladies we don't know.
We don't know.
Were like, first of all, it was like a 10-person mom group, which is way too big.
Right. And maybe these people don't have EFC where a lot of us went to meet moms who were having babies at the same time, or if you didn't have met with your friends. So Ashley Tisdale wanted to be part of this mom group. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
She was part of the mom group.
She was part of it.
She wrote an essay under her name, Ashley French, which is her married name, for The Cut.
Which is part of a New York Times or New York Post or something. It's one of those.
The New Yorker maybe.
Yeah.
And she wrote it under her name, but it was basically that she had to drop out of a mom group because she found out that there were chats and trips happening without her, and because she could see it all on Instagram, the trips, and she's like, oh, everybody's there but me. So she told the group, this is High School Mean Girls, I'm out. And Mandy Moore and Hilary Duff no longer follow Ashley Tisdale.
Yes.
Meghan Trainor still does.
Yes.
But then Hilary Duff's husband then did an essay, and it was a great burn. But basically, it it's like Hollywood Mean Girls
So
mom
much.
group come to life, like that Manhattan Mom book.
Yes, that I'm reading right now by Emma Rosenboom. Lori, so Hillary Duff's, the headline is big. Husband eviscerates self-obsessed and tone-deaf Ashley Tisdale over toxic mom group. These guys, they're not behaving. No one's behaving. But basically,
and it's good to know that celebrities are just like us in that there's all kinds of petty BS happening, but it doesn't, her publicist yesterday, Tisdale's publicist, tried to backpedal and said, no, it wasn't about those ladies, meaning Hillary Duff, Mandy Moore, Meghan Trainor, because they're the known names.
right?
But Instagram tells the story, and then this one lady who seemed to be the poster for the group, posted on Instagram tagging everybody. Some of her stuff has disappeared, but people screenshotted. And yes, in fact, those three ladies are there. Ashley Tisdale isn't. Now, we just have her word to say that she was part of the group. But Hollywood's a small town, and I totally believe it. Their kids are all the same age.
Exactly. I totally believe this, too. And why would Hillary Duff's husband come out and say Ashley Tisdale is so tone deaf and just clueless?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Well,
it really was. Okay. It's a hoopla.
So here's what happened to me this summer. So, and how it starts is you have a group, and then you split off and you start a smaller group of people that you want to include, and so on and so on. So I was part of a group, and then this group knew that I wasn't interested in going on this one trip. So I was out of the group. But a friend that I'm closer to that's in this group still thought I was part of the group and thought I was going on this trip. So she was on this trip with people that she's not that close to.
Uh-huh.
So she's like, I didn't know you weren't part of the group because so those split offs and you got to check in it's just weird. You can exclude, but you can exclude people very easily now with texting. You can, just wipe a name out. I mean, it didn't, it used to take more time on the telephone.
Here's my philosophy.
But I wasn't excluded. I wasn't going,
Yeah. But your friends would never wonder why you never replied to any of the group texts.
There's so many sometimes you just, like, Lori, you hate group texts. I can't even imagine you'd even read one.
I don't like groupings of friends like that for that exact reason. I haven't been in a gang of 10 since high school, okay?
But like planning things, you don't even want to be on the group text. You want us all to plan it and then just tell you afterwards.
That would be nice, if my advice is needed. Yeah, but anyway, there can be all kinds of just misunderstandings that happen.
Yes,
and all of that. But would I write about it for the cut?
Never.
Under my married name?
Why would she ever do that? That to me is just dumb. That's to me
because she was thinking that the moms of the world would relate, but really everybody that is a mom and they're juggling, they're lucky if they've got one or two good friends that they are, because they're busy.
You're so busy.
These ladies have nannies.
Yeah.
I didn't, they've got maybe more help than the average mom. So in that way,
who would ever write that if that's the group? I mean, that's
something you talk to your mom or your sister
or your husband, just your girlfriend.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
I mean, and everyone's been there at some point in their life, but to do it so publicly, I'm like, I don't know why. Maybe she needed publicity. Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
I
don't know. I don't know what her reason is, but I bet she regrets it. But I would say to her as her publicist, never complain, never explain. That should have been your first thought. And then it'll be old news by the time people listen to this podcast. That's what I think.
You think so?
It'll die down. Oh yeah. Something else will replace it. And like, here's one.
Okay.
Justin Baldoni today. We get this little, people probably leaked it or something, but remember when I told you that Timothée Chalamet refused a butt double when he got, I guess he gets spanked with a ping pong paddle in Marty Supreme.
Yes.
But how it's more typical for people to have body doubles when there's nudity involved.
Sure. Yep.
So Justin Baldoni sends I don't know if it's somebody at the studio or whatever, but he sends a note saying that Blake has refused a body double for this sex scene in It Ends With Us, because their thinking was that they could have all their clothes on. And he was like, well, what, that doesn't make any sense. And it kind of went on to vent about, I've given in to 95% of her demands and all this kind of, it was
when
just
they
like,
were
and I was like,
when they were filming the movie It Ends With Us. But why did this just come out today? Well, I don't know if it's part of stuff they're getting ready for going to trial. But the thing is that if I'm interpreting her correctly, she said he made her feel uncomfortable about her weight
on the set, about sexuality and sex and being inappropriate. So why would you refuse a body double?
Oh, Lori, look at you pulling back the sheets, pulling back the covers. Look at you.
But you know what I mean?
I agree. I don't understand.
It's like, well, yeah, you go with the body double. Then you don't have to worry about sucking in your stomach or getting close to this guy with your muffin tops that cover your parts. And no one believes sex scenes where you're not naked, pretty much naked. Even sometimes I have questions when somebody pulls up a skirt and goes up against the back of a wall. And I'm like, when did the underwear come off? Or is it a thong and it's sliding to the side? I sometimes want to see things getting flung around.
The underwear went in her purse when she went to the bathroom before they walked in the alley to go bang against a brick wall, Lori. Yeah, everyone knows that. Fine. Come on. Okay.
But anyway, so that was like the headline that was kind of, to me, was already squishing the Ashley Tisdale mommy group hoopla that really nobody cares about.
You know what people do care about, though, is about what's going on with Netflix trying to buy Warner Brothers. And today, a group of Cinema United, they're the largest group of movie theater owners, is lobbying in Washington, D.C. in a hearing to stop the Netflix acquisition, because they're so concerned about Netflix buying Warner Brothers and the negative impact it'll have on movie theaters, because, again, Netflix is TV. And so today they're there, and they just said such an acquisition will further consolidate control over production and distribution of motion pictures in the hands of a single dominant global streaming platform in a market that's already highly concentrated. And I agree. I mean, it's not related, but it is. I mean, the consolidation of everybody and having few people own distribution and production, this is happening in the meat industry, Lori, if you're wondering.
It's
happening in everything.
Everywhere.
But it has to stop at some point, because this doesn't, I'm all for the movie theaters, because you can't have one company owning everything or being in control of everything. And I just don't think it's good all the way down for the jobs, for the people, for us, the consumers, whatever. But that's happening today. I don't know. Everything seems to go through anyway.
Yeah, I know.
But I just kind of hope they have some impact, because you can imagine Netflix is TV. And still they start buying movie theaters.
Are you interested to just review real quickly the SAG nominations?
I am, but first, can we thank our sponsors?
Please, I would love to thank our sponsors.
Okay, I am on the website, tcclosets.com, and it's Twin Cities Closet Company. And I'm telling you, people, if it's a new year, new you, and you want to be organized, or you just are overwhelmed with your pantry, your mudroom, your garage, your closets, whatever it is, they can help you. They have full service design solutions, and they can't wait to come out and meet with you and start collaborating. And no budget is too small. No budget's too large, probably. But this is a company that everything's made and manufactured right here in Minnesota, actually in Minneapolis. And all you need to do is go to tcclosets.com to set up your complimentary design consultation. And they say they're going to explore, what your needs are, capture precise measurements, craft initial 3D designs. And
that's what I love, the 3D design, so you can see it in your mind.
And that will bring your space to life, all tailored in what your vision is and with the help of them if you don't have a vision. But they use the high quality materials. This is a great organization. So if you're thinking about, it, just give them a call. What does it hurt to schedule a complimentary design consultation and find out what your options are? Again, the website, and they have beautiful, photos on their websites. They do something with lighting in drawers and closets and spaces where you can move the lighting around. That's just, it's so innovative and so cool. You're going to want to find out more about it. It's tcclosets.com. Don't forget to mention Lori and Julia sent you. Now, Lori, talk to me about Borton Overseas.
Oh, Borton Overseas. Well, I'm talking to a couple of friends who have had trouble going on trips with their husbands because they don't agree on what they want to do. And I said, I'm talking to her about Spectacular Scandinavia because they both have wanted to go to Scandinavia, but they feel overwhelmed with they want to just go for like a week, maybe 9 days. And I said, you should come in this small group because you're going to meet other people. This amazing itinerary is planned. We're staying in great hotels in great locations because we're going to Stockholm, Copenhagen, Oslo. We're traveling by train between Stockholm and Copenhagen.
I can't. That's kind of something I'm so excited about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it really, and having been on 3 small group trips in 2025 myself, it is just such a wonderful way of treating yourself to travel.
It's stress-free.
It really is. It's so stress-free and it's so fun. And I like meeting other people and having some other people to socialize with. And people always make friends for life on these things.
We love it. And we want you to join us. Space is very limited.
And Borton is the expertise in Scandinavia. 100 years they've been packaging Scandinavia.
They do it. And if this isn't your destination, they have many other destinations that they can do, but we can't say enough about this travel company and how they curate perfect trips for people. We would love it if you join us to Spectacular Scandinavia. Go to BortonOverseas.com for more information. And then if you want more information, schedule. I'm looking at Lori, she's, showing me her perfect neck from when she went to Minneapolis plastic surgery and had a facelift. That's gorgeous.
I did. And Julia, I was ahead of Kris Jenner and all these other ladies who decided to be upfront about
You
Facebook.
were ahead, Lori.
I was ahead of everybody. I just decided I'm just going to say it because people want to know, and we're tired of being told I'm drinking collagen and taking MNN and drinking 8 glasses of water and getting 9 hours of sleep.
It's just not true. It's just not true. And Lori, you're so proud of it because, well, first of all, it looks so natural and good. You didn't look crazy different. You looked highlighted and refreshed. And, you hated.
Yeah, I just looked 15 years younger.
Yes. And who doesn't want that? And Dr. Jarvis gives complimentary consultations, and it could be your eyelids. It could be your nose. It could be your neck, your cheeks, your ears, your breasts, your stomach, a tummy tuck, the mommy thing you make over, whatever it is. They are wonderful. They are experienced. They're accredited plastic surgeons. They will answer all your questions. And you can decide if it's right for you or not. But they also have all the surgery. The surgery center is right on site. So you don't have to go to a different hospital.
Right.
It's really a slick, wonderful way to treat yourself. New year, new you. Call Minneapolis Plastic Surgery today and schedule your appointment with Dr. Jarvis. Love him. I love you. I like your hair. So Lori and I are doing our pods. She's in the bed. We're not at the headquarters. This is the second time this week.
That's right.
We're trying to get used to this for when you leave me for a hot second.
I know when I go to the balmy shores of Hawaii
for a long time. You're going to be gone through
Yeah.
August. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not going to be gone through August.
Do you feel overwhelmed about that?
I'm glad to be having something to do. I'm so glad that we're potting again, because last year, we didn't. And I really loved doing our radio show from Hawaii. It was super fun, even though it was, I did
Grant
have to get
and
up
I
at
went
6
crazy.
in the morning.
Yes, you did.
I did, because of the time difference and everything.
I forget about that.
Yeah. So I'm excited to have a little job besides, I didn't
Being
do
a
very
woman of
many
luxury.
lady exercise.
Yeah,
I will
whatever.
have more purpose for her. I found my little whip, which I'm going to bring to Hawaii.
Okay, I'm sure everyone is super excited.
Julia, kitten with a whip. Come on now.
Lori, you're so funny.
I'm going to incorporate it into some lady exercises with some coconuts, and I'm already feeling my creative
your
juices.
alter ego. You are a very good video person. I mean, I like to shoot you more than you shoot me, because you don't even know how to hold the camera, basically.
Well, basically, sometimes that is true.
And I don't care, because you're good at it. I like it.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you. And so, I'm just like, when I found this whip, I couldn't believe it. It was like it was meant to come to Hawaii, because I've started, putting stuff together.
Lori, but is it the one that we got from the #1 fastest crack the whip guy that was on our radio show once?
No, it's not that big one. It is the little children-sized one that he brought us and gifted us, that I have kept in a box for all these years. And it must have fallen out of a box, because it was just there. And I was like, this is meant for lady exercise in Hawaii.
Oh, anyway. My gosh. And the best part is Casey laughing when he's filming you.
Oh, yeah. If I can't make him laugh, I that's why I really put thought into it, because it's not hard to make him laugh, but I want
the reaction.
Him.
Same. Yes.
I want to, because if I dazzle him, then other people will probably be dazzled. So, all right. Speaking of dazzling, the SAG nominations came out
earlier.
Earlier in the week, and I wonder how SAG, after they justify their ceremony, is on Netflix. The very thing that they're worried about, that's going to take Hollywood out of the theaters. It is kind of this, okay, you guys, SAG, after the union, you dropped
That's pretty
PBS
bad.
and TNT.
Yep.
And this is the second year in a row that the
SAG Oscars Awards are moving to YouTube in 2028, but that's not Netflix. I get
2029.
Lori, I get what you're saying. It is kind of
and they moved it to March 1st. And the Oscars are March 15th. And the SAG Awards have always been 2 weeks after the Golden Globe Awards.
Yeah.
So Netflix is wanting to write on the Oscar thing. So, okay,
Lori,
fine.
But before you even do that, they've changed the name.
Oh, yeah, the statue.
No, it's called the Actor Awards.
The Actor.
Formerly the SAG Awards. The Actor Awards. Why would...
Which is so dumb, because they've always, when they presented, they'd say, and the actor goes to, because the statue is like this old, medieval actor looking guy with the two faces.
Masks. Yeah.
Theater
it's
mask.
Very heavy, 13 pounds.
That's right. I carried it around one year.
I know you pretend to be Sharon Stone. It's their this will be their 32nd annual, but they're changing the name to the Actor Awards.
It's like
HBO changing their name to Max and then changing it back to HBO Max. Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't make any sense. The SAG, formerly known as the Actor.
But Lori, the funny thing is, who announced them? I didn't realize this, because they were announced by Abbott Elementary's Janelle James and Heated Rivalry's breakout star. I didn't know that. He did this?
Ilya Connor.
I didn't know that.
Boy.
Oh my gosh, people can't get enough. Okay.
They can't get enough. So I will tell you this about the SAG, who wins the SAG Awards. 80% of the time, whoever wins the SAG Award will go on to win the Oscar. They cover they're pretty good. So they don't do Best Picture, but they do Cast Ensemble. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. And then in the lead, it's Timothée, Leonardo, Ethan Hawke, Michael B. Jordan, and Jesse Plemons for Begonia.
I've never seen or don't even know what Begonia is, but boy, they really like
Emma Stone.
Okay. Oh, I never saw that. Did anyone see that? Where she was a CEO and they take her over to be.
It's streaming
she
for
did
$20.
Two weird movies that I couldn't even watch. The other weird one where she was
and it's the same director. And then in the lead actress role, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue.
Yeah, she is. Chase Infinity, One Battle, and Emma Stone for Begonia.
And Emma Stone.
And then,
so I'm so happy for Kate.
Yeah.
And then basically the male actor, it's all the same people we saw at the Critics' Choice. Yep. Benicio, Jacob Elordi, Paul Mescal, Sean Penn.
And it's the same women, basically.
In supporting role, though, Odessa Azion, who's my new girl crush from I Love L.A., she got a nod for Marty Supreme, so that's going to be great fashion. Ariana, Amy Madigan for Weapons, Wunmi Masaka for Sinners, and Tiana Taylor. So I'm trying to think. Oh, this was kind of surprising. Cast ensemble in a drama series. Landman got a nod, along with The Pit, Severance, White Lotus, and The Diplomat.
Well, you know what? Remember, Taylor Sheridan shows were not getting recognized because Yellowstone didn't get any love.
Right.
Remember, Sex and the City never got love till the very end. But some shows had so much love, like 30 Rock got so much love. So, so The Diplomat, which I love that cast. People, if you haven't watched The Diplomat, it's so good. Landman, The Pit, Severance, which I just can't stand. I can't stand that show. And it gets so much attention. It gets so much attention. And then The White Lotus, which I have yet to watch. But then I watch it. I don't love that one like you. And then
Walton got a nomination for
Goggin?
Supporting in The White Lotus. And Billy Crudup, who was amazing on the morning show. Sterling K. Brown for Paradise. Gary Oldman, he's been nominated for Slow Horses before. Noah Weil, The Pit. I think Noah's going to win it. He's won the Emmy, the Critics' Choice. I feel like that's going to win. And so it's a lot of the same people. There was not really any surprises. Charlie Hunnam will be walking the red carpet. He got nominated for the Ed Gein story. And Jason Bateman did get nominated for Black Rabbit, which that is an underrated show. I thought that was so good.
I get too nervous. So Bradley Cooper came out, earlier in the week to set the record straight about his
and Claire Danes. For The Beast in Me. She got nominated.
So I'm talking to the hygienist at the dentist. Yeah. And I just asked, wow, are you watching? Because I always have stuff in my mouth and they always want to talk. And I'm like, hi. And she said, I'm watching this new show, Homeland. And I'm like, so jealous. And we just talked about this because it's on Netflix. Like, people, you are so lucky if you've never watched this to be able. Yeah. That is a great show. She's like, it is so good.
Because we had to wait once a week. That was appointment TV, Showtime on Sunday nights. Yeah.
Okay, I just have to see if Bradley Cooper admits he had plastic surgery.
No, he said he laughs about it. He thinks it's funny that we don't have eyes. We have eyes, Bradley Cooper, and the fat above your eye, under your eyelid, does not disappear from cucumber presses or whatever, or from just aging. Okay, and then his cheeks are related to Barry Manilow, and so he's
who has lung cancer.
But they caught it early.
Good. Okay.
And he's going to be fine. He's got a very good prognosis.
Okay, good.
So, but I think, Brad, this is the problem with having somebody 20 years younger than you.
As a girlfriend?
As a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because she's 30, he's 50. I'm just going to say to her, find a hot guy your age. That's what I want for her. But anyway, in the meantime, he'll continue to bring his mom as a date. He's directed a movie with Will Arnett about stand-up comedy.
Well,
or something.
and it's Will Arnett and Laura Dern.
Yeah,
it's
she's
out.
in everything.
I know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's out, and it's called like
Okay.
Do You Like Me? I know that's not the name of it.
Yeah, something like that. It's a bad title.
Yeah, it's let's see.
It's his third movie as a director, so he is doing some interviews.
Yes, it's called Is This Thing On?
Oh, is this thing the mic?
It actually got 87% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's facing middle age and an impending divorce. Alex, who's played by Will Arnett, finds new purpose in the New York comedy scene while his wife, Tess, confronts the sacrifices she made for their family. Oh, women, you know the sacrifices we make. Yeah. You know who we are.
Anyway, but Bradley, we just got to tell you, dude, we got eyes.
Lori,
okay?
Lori, you're
we got
so
eyes.
funny. All right, well, we got eyes on the clock. We've been doing this for 4 days straight now, and time's up.
Is it? It's already done talking?
Well, I'll talk
By
to
the
you.
way,
I'll talk to you more if you want to talk.
Can I just tell you a couple of January book picks by I don't know who Oprah's book pick is, but I got a copy.
Wait a second. Is it an early advanced reader's copy? Kind of like the Dolly Parton one that you got earlier in the year?
I got this in November, and it goes on sale yesterday.
What's the name of it?
Or Tuesday of this week, January 6th. And it's the GMA January Book Club pick. It's by an author that we've known and talked to when we had our radio show, Paula McLean, who wrote The Paris Wife.
Oh, love
and
her.
Circling the Sun.
Love
and
her.
It's called Skylark.
Have you read it?
And no, but I will be reading it.
Then give it to me when you're done.
I didn't realize I had it.
Lori has a book whisperer who just drops a drone off in front of her house, and then she hides them from me and doesn't tell me. Give me that when you're done.
Yeah, so GMA picked this book. I'll tell you, Reese Witherspoon. Now, I side-eye this pick, Julia, only because Reese Witherspoon's production company produced the Jennifer Garner book, or the Jennifer Garner TV show by this author, Laura Dave. And it was kind of a mystery, but she's picking The First Time I Saw Him by Laura Dave. So she's got a connection with Laura, but Laura Dave, all of her book covers have the same sort of look. They're always kind of mysteries. Jennifer Garner.
I liked it.
You liked it.
Yeah.
So that's what she's picking, The First Time I Saw Him, and I am on hold on Libby with that. And then Jenna Bush Hager picked a book called Homeschooled as her January pick.
All right. And then,
so that's just my book report for y'all.
I appreciate it. You've done some homework. Mm-hmm. But now, Reese Witherspoon did a collab with Harlan Coben.
Yes, I'm on hold for that.
It's Gone Before Goodbye, and it's a gripping suspense novel that follows so and so. But I found that to be interesting. I found it to be interesting collab, like she's writing now too.
Well, and maybe that show is going to, because Harlan Coben, his shows always go right to Netflix. I mean, I'm watching the new one that dropped this past weekend called Runaway with, oh God, one of the hot guys from Scandal is in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I like these one and done kind of mystery popcorn TV series, but it actually got pretty good ratings. And it's called Runaway, Harlan Coben.
Oh, yes. The Perfect Life is Shattered when his daughter Paige. I started this last night.
Yeah,
I started this last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnie Driver's in it.
She is.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see her on my screen again. I love her.
She's in something else that I'm just watched unexpectedly. Oh, she came in at the end of the season and bought out someone's company. What the heck show?
Was it Landman?
No, it's Emily in Paris.
Oh, I haven't watched that. I have 2 episodes left.
Okay, I'm just going to say I binged it this weekend. I wanted to save it because we go to Paris, we go to Venice, we're in Rome.
So great.
I love that show.
Yeah.
I love that show.
It makes no sense half of the time, but I don't even care. I'm there for the fashion and the travel.
And she's so sweet.
She is.
And Gabrielle at least had a good haircut this season. And he did some highlights, which I appreciated.
And lost some weight.
Yeah, he did.
If we can just do the whole trifecta. Okay, pussycats, that's a wrap. I'm all out of things, and I need to blow my nose.
You do. I can't believe you didn't mute. I'm like giving you hand signals.
Did I not mute when I blew my nose?
No, I wanted you to do it again. You're a snotty lady. Listen.
Julia, you cannot believe how congested I am.
I heard it.
Oh, that's right. And it drives you crazy. Sorry, people.
It drives me crazy when anyone is and talks. At least you didn't go and suck it back up.
No, I never do that.
No, that's the grossest thing. All right. Anyway, we digress. Honey, have a great day.
Ciao.
We'll chat soon. Everyone, thanks for hanging out with us. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you. Please let other people know about us if you feel the need. We'd love it. We'd love it. It would really help. All right, goodbye.